Good afternoon. It is Monday, March 30th. And this is day one of the stricter rules regulating movement outside people's homes. So as of Friday last week, every household could only have one household member leave the house, and only for the purposes of grocery shopping, and only for 1 hour per day. And retirees are prohibited from leaving the house. So the government has provided 3 ways for people to obtain a permit, and they are by app, which is available, an option which is available only to Albanian citizens, and there's an SMS option and an email option, which seems to be reserved for American citizens, because I think it was an option obtained by the American embassy on behalf of American citizens. But I took the liberty of using it as a Canadian citizen, because it's a simple email to the street police just indicating the time that you intend to be leaving the house. And I don't have minutes on my Albanian SIM card right now, so it's really the only option available to me. And you do have to register 24 hours before your 1 hour of leave time. So I registered to be here for the purposes of grocery shopping 24 hours ago, and I've just registered now for my shopping excursion tomorrow. The streets today are so much more empty than I've seen them since the lockdown began. Most people are traveling alone, but there are some exceptions. I was on a forum earlier this morning, an expat forum, and the people there, many of them were reporting that they'd been out of the house and they had not seen any kind of law enforcement personnel on the streets. And this seems to be the case here in Elbasan too. I haven't seen any law enforcement today. So I think there's either they are not going to be enforcing this new rule in earnest until tomorrow to allow for time to become more operational, I guess administratively, or the rules are based on everyone's internal surveillance. Now, in the forums, there was a discussion of the fairness of these stricter rules. I think it's an important discussion to have. Mm-hmm. I think that the rule prohibiting, retirees, people over a certain age, from being able to obtain a permit like everyone else is really unfair. I do think these newest rules are maybe even more clearly in violation of some basic human rights than the earlier iterations of these rules. And of course, if people do seem to understand the social value and even the ethical obligation of societies to take these measures and to cooperate, and I understand this, and there's a considerable degree of truth in this understanding, but you also have to be careful about the speed with which certain rules come into being, come into power, and also the justification for those rules. And I think that these are important questions to ask and important conversations to have. So this is all very much continuing. And having purchased the toilet paper I came out here for, I'm about to return home. And I hope to enjoy the beautiful weather on the walk back.